Hello, hello, hello. Who am I? Who am I? Check one, two. Hey, it's Drake Bryan, Havasu Online TV, bringing you live Knights and Hawks football action tonight. We want to thank Nettie for joining us in the chat, one of our new top fans. Also, Josh, always great to have you here. Josh, Cynthia as well. Sharon cheering on the Hawks. Casey also cheering on the Hawks. Josh, that's right, have a crew Knights all day long. Hopefully, we're going to see the win again tonight. Thank you all for joining us. We're about 7 minutes away from the start of the game. As you can see, the Hawks across the field coming at it. I've got Brian with me. Brian, the man with all the numbers, the stats, this, that, and the other, everything needing to know what to be done. What are we looking at tonight?
We are looking for a tough matchup for these Knights. The Hawks come into the game 5-0, and watching them warming up this afternoon before this game, you got some pretty big kids on that line there, and it's going to be a tough matchup. Knights come in after that tough home loss on
homecoming night.
homecoming night.
Homecoming night. So they're going to be looking to avenge the loss as well. But as you said, the Hawks 5-0 and not too easy of a division. It's not like they walked over those 5-0 games.
Right. And just going off of the history of the Knights, they've had a tough time with these Phoenix schools, so we'll see what they can do here tonight. Hopefully, being able to defend their home turf, being able to score more than 14 points, maybe. But
That'd be nice. Unless, of course, the Hawks only score 7. But what we've seen, I don't think that the Hawks are only going to be hitting at 7. So I think we're looking in for some high-scoring, high-hitting, high-exciting games. So if you have friends out there that can't make it to the game and they're not locally in Havasu,
and the Knights, was looking as they were warming up this afternoon, that they're going to be without number 3, Jace Taylor, tonight. So that's going to be a huge hit there for the Knights, not having his speed and size on the outside.
Chase Taylor, and also I heard we're missing Jason Azar as well. Jaden Azar. I'll be in trouble with that one. He's in my class. So Knights are getting ready to come out of the tube with 5 minutes to go.
Here come the Knights!
About to kick it off. Still about 5 minutes to go. We'll kick it over to the band, so all of our band fans, band parents can take a look at our wonderful Knights band. Wendy's joining us. She's cheering for the Hawks. Jeff's cheering for the Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Levi Stadium on the campus of Lake Havasu.
Thank you for all of us joining us.
Varsity football game. Tonight's for a conference football game between the visiting Hawks of Gila Ridge and your Lake Havasu Fighting Knights. The Hawks come to Levi Stadium under the leadership of Coach John Elgood. The Fighting Knights under the direction of Carl Thompson. Assistant Coach Thompson is Tanner Kelly, Cody Smith, Patrick Barney, Gina Licari, and Jeff Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, out of respect for our country, please rise and place your hands over your hearts for the playing of our national anthem.
And hear the home crowd
Thank
erupts
you.
for the Knights band.
At this time, I'd like to announce that the Arizona Interscholastic Association, with mutual agreement of these two schools, subscribes to the 6 pillars of character and sportsmanship. These teams would like to remind you that sportsmanship and objectives of educational athletics are what set this event apart from other levels of competition. You as fans, please join us in exemplifying these values.
We want to thank everyone for joining us again. Havasu Online TV on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Periscope, all those social medias. We'll be watching the Facebook stream today as well, watching the chat, interacting with you all there. If you're on the other ones, definitely give a shout out. We'll find out if we can hear from you. Right now, we're getting ready for the coin toss. What do you call?
I'm going to go with heads.
Heads? Okay, I'm going to go with tails.
All right. How about heads I win, tails you lose?
I've played many a game like that, and that's how it usually ends up. So. Going over the instruction with them right now. Captains for the team out in center of the field right now. I've never seen that call for a coin toss. Landed on its side. No one wins. Actually, we're taking a look right now. We'll find out here. For White Hat, the Knights have elected to receive.
So the Hawks decline to going and want the ball at the halftime.
And I want to thank everyone who's joined us right now. Right now we're up to over 40 viewers. We appreciate it. Hey, like, share, send it out. Let people know that we are available tonight. If you're at Gila Ridge and you're watching us from there, thank you for joining us. If you're in Havasu and you can't make it to the game, thank you for joining us online. It's now, as you hear from Mr. Heckler the Hecker, or Hecker the Heckler. We'll figure out a nickname for him eventually.
Some point.
Sometime. Definitely not Mr. Mime. He is one of the loudest voices. I know back in my house I can hear him when he's announcing a game. So, Gila Ridge getting ready for the kickoff.
Nice
You
little
hear
camper.
Gila Ridge on that one. They're louder than the cheerleaders out there. There's the kick.
Just let it bounce into the end zone for the touchback.
Going to be a touchback. So as the Knights take it on the 20-yard line, I want to do a shout out to our sponsors, Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center, Papa John's Pizza, MCC Community College, Mojave Center for Dermatology and Plastics, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating. Big shout out to them for everything they're helping us do and be and become. If it wasn't for those sponsors, we wouldn't be out here to bring you these great games in action.
So I got Fuller back there in the shotgun formation.
And the Knights starting with widespread already. You know that means they're going to the air. Just out of the hands of number 4.
That would be Brace Spencer. I had it right before. I almost wanted to call him Bryce, and I was like, that's not his
That's
name.
not it. No, Brace Spencer. Brace Spencer. So the Knights looking to strike early in the air. Again, dropping back into shotgun formation. Only three wide receivers.
Running play
Going
here.
for a rare running play, and he comes around the corner. He's at the 30, 35, out to just about the 37-yard line.
Brandon Lemacki with the carry for the Knights there. Brought down by number 3, Faber for the Hawks.
And we haven't seen Lemacki's name called as much lately, as they've not done many runs the past few games we've televised. But right there shows the danger that Lemacki can be And that's going to open up for those wide receivers.
Yeah, you can establish the running game, can open that up, like you said, for the receivers as Mackey gets a carry again, but met in the backfield by a swarm of Hawks.
Wrapped up that time. They zeroed in on him.
So that's, he's brought
Sal,
down by
thanks for
number
joining
81.
Sal, thanks for joining us. Everyone cheering on the Hawks, we appreciate you joining us.
Fuller with the pass. Looked like it was intended there for number 4, Bray Spencer again. Another third down here for the Knights. Well, not another. It's the first one of this game, but
the Knights last game did not have much success with the third down, so let's definitely see if they're ready to do it. 3rd and 13 from the 34. Pressure's on. Tackled in the backfield. That's going to be a sack.
This Hawks defense is averaging 13 sacks a game.
13 sacks a game. There are teams out here in Arizona that don't get 13 sacks a season.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
So Knights lining up here to punt the ball away. Hawks take over in pretty good field position here.
You ever notice that Mr. Heckler mentions the Booster Club after our intern Mariana brings up all of the food for us?
This is true.
I mean, that pretzel's the size of my first car. Okay, it's the size of my current car.
All right.
I drive a Hyundai. First offensive drive going deep.
Pass intended for number 9.
Incomplete.
Noriega.
Broken up.
Quarterback's number 10, Coda. So that's something we want to see from this Knights defense is that awareness of the ball and being able to break up those passes.
Yeah, but it also shows Gila Ridge is not afraid to come out and strike while the iron's hot. Catch the Knights right off guard, right off the bat.
The matchup I'm really interested to see is this one that's close to us right here. Number 11 for the Hawks and number 23 for the Knights.
We've got the handoff. Knights stopping the run with an advance of about 4.
Duarte was the carry there for the Hawks. So this receiver that's closest to us, number 11 for the Hawks, is 6'6".
In stride, and looks like no, waves it off again. No, that was complete. I'm sorry, I misread the official's hand signal there.
It's number 9, Noriega for the Hawks there.
And now the Hawks find themselves deep in the red zone off of 2 plays.
And we have to say that the defense in the homecoming game, they had their backs to the wall a couple of times and were able to stop the other team from scoring. So hopefully we get that same effort here tonight.
To the yard, rides him out of bounds. Shout out from Allison saying, just shout out to the JV Knights who beat the Hawks 20-0 last night on the road. Good job, JV squad.
Yeah.
Kim and Jake joining us saying it's nighttime. Kathy Bagby joining us. Kathy Myers as well. Anna's sending it out, letting people know. Tori, hey, thanks for joining us, cheering on the Hawks. We appreciate you being here.
That was Duarte with the carry there for the Hawks.
Handoff.
Hands it off to him again.
Looked like there's a fumble. And the Knights, which the Knights have shown strength in, this season we've seen more fumble recoveries than we did the past 2 years with Havasu. Zeroing in on that ball.
It looked like that was number 51, Trofer, coming up with the ball for the Knights.
Hey, Dan Leva, old alumni from Havasu, joining us. Thanks for joining us. We still need to talk. You owe me a phone call. Ginger saying, let's go. Anna's still sharing it out. We appreciate it. Knights take over, 1st and 10 on the 9. Sonia, one of our top fans, cheering on. Let's go Knights.
Lamacki there with the carry for the Knights.
Number 22, Brendan Lamacki on the carry.
Ginger's cheering on Christopher all the way from Ohio. That's what I like to see, like seeing the fans cheering on. 2nd and 7, so they've pulled it past that uncomfortable zone. Anything under 10 yards I tend to worry about when it's a defense.
It looked like Lamacki was brought down by number 64, Robinson, for the Hawks.
Great spirit of the field. Beautiful night out here in Havasu. Dropping back in trouble. They're signaling. We're going to wait to see if the official says. No, not officially a safety, but they're marking it now at the 2. Sharon cheering on Christopher, number 70. Betty saying, let's go Hawks from her grandma in Ohio. Cherry cheering on Brace. Kathleen saying, great job, Knights. Now the Knights find themselves 3rd and 15.
And that offensive line's got to give Fuller a little bit more time there to be able to get that ball out. Second time he's been sacked.
Going deep, trying to find a man in stride. Doesn't quite make the connection.
Pass intended for Spencer.
Our 2 top fans, Mike and Mark, chiming in, going Knights. Mike from Texas, Mark Decker chiming in.
Sato there was with the defense, with the pass deflection for the defense.
Now, and that would have been a game changer right there if they'd pulled that one down.
Knights lining up to punt the ball again.
So now 2 possessions for the Knight end up punting both times. Good punt, going to be end over end, but taken out of the sky by the Hawks.
The number 9 for the Hawks there, Noriega, with the return there.
In return, they bring it back to about the 22-yard line. So the Hawks take over
An
just
even better
outside
field
of red
percentage.
zone territory.
Hawks keep knocking on the door. Hopefully we can get the Knights defense here to step up once more and either cause a turnover or hold them out of the end zone.
Hawks lining up 3 wide receivers. Goes for the handoff. Bounced off the Knights a little bit. Taken down. Number 21. Taken down by, looks like 61 and 69.
Duarte with the carry there.
Laura chiming in. Go Caleb, number 10 for the Hawks. Like we said, we appreciate all you Hawks joining us for our broadcast tonight. Make sure you let everyone know, all friends and family, we're here to bring this action to you. Looking for a great game tonight, as it's been an extremely back and forth in just 6 minutes of action. Going deep,
Coda's pass complete to number
11.
11. And there he is. Number 11, Jones, with the reception.
And you saw Ariano I mean, like you talked about the size, went low to take him down, wasn't going to match up strength for strength as he was coming down the field.
Jones has a foot on Ariano in height. So in this red zone offense, that's what you got to be watching for if you're the defense. Because I wouldn't be surprised to see Coda just toss one up and be like, here you go.
Exactly. Let that height pull it down. Official wanting to run the clock a little bit. So again, you see that matchup right there on the side. You see the height difference. Looking in that area and might do exactly what you talked about.
Pass completed to number 8, Randall.
Kept in bounds though. Clock's going to keep running.
Ariano there with the tackle for the Knights.
Uncle Bill is also watching Caleb and said, nice pass. And we approve of Uncle Bill's message.
2nd and 3. Looks like it's on the 5-yard line. Once again, Knights with their backs against the end zone.
Not where the Knights want to be this early in the first quarter. Especially with all the options. And right out there, untouched, uncovered. Number 13.
Delorme with the reception there.
And the thing was, someone missed the coverage there. He could have walked that ball in.
Yeah. He was able just to sneak his way in there.
Michael cheers on number 66 for the Hawks. Go Hawks. Sharon cheering in. Number 23 and 22 getting shout-outs. Yeah, that touchdown, Anna, that was right on the money.
Torres with the kick. Extra point is good. So not the best way the Knights wanted to start the night as they are now down 7-0 with 5:07 left in the game.
Yeah, and with 5:07 left in the game, we're going to take a shout out from our sponsors, and we'll be back from the Kingdom in Havasu, where Havasu Online TV bring you Knights football action.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train.
All right, we're back as the Hawks getting ready for the kickoff. Leading now 7-0, 5:07 to go in the first quarter. Touchback again for the Knights.
It's Vargas kicking off for the Hawks. So this is where you get to learn more about the Knights. Like, are they going to let the being down a touchdown affect them negatively and just suck the air out of them like happened last game, or are they going to step up and be like, hey, you know what, we're Knights and they're Hawks, they're birds,
and we've got armor?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So looking to see the Knights fire themselves up here on the 20-yard line.
Fuller with the empty backfield.
In trouble. He's running.
Pass completed to Spencer.
And that's exactly what the Knights needed to see right there. In trouble. Rolled around. Got the pass off to Spencer. That's going to be what fires him up. In fact, you hear the crowd getting behind it.
Fuller lining up in the shotgun formation. Looks like he's got Lamacki to his left, now going to the right.
Now without the backs quite up against the end zone, gives them some breathing room.
A sweeping play for Spencer there. Brought down by number, is that 78?
78 on the bringing
Or
him
number
down.
70, because there's no 78 on the roster. But
Ah.
Humphrey brought him down. Looked like Graham was there also for the Hawks on that tackle.
And you can see the fans are getting rallied up for it, stomping on the stands, trying to get behind their Knights. Knights now 2nd and 12, loss of 2 on the play. In the shotgun, already in trouble. Screenplay out.
Pass completed to Casillas.
Casillas only with a gain of about 4. Going to bring us now to 3rd and 8.
Watching the Knights line up against the Hawks, it kind of like reminds me of watching like the military academies in football, Navy and Army and Air Force. Their guys aren't the biggest because of their restrictions or requirements, but you got to use that quickness.
Exactly. Knights are going to have to pull every tool out of the toolbox to keep up with the Hawks. Got a wide receiver right there at the 50. Pass to number 2.
Another Fuller Casillas pass there. Another first down for the Knights.
Got a shout out to number 24. Also number 22, Becky Lee saying go defense. Ginger Jones cheering it on. Shout out to Bray Spencer from Poppy and Noni. They're watching. And that was a great play to watch on those past few.
Fuller hands it off to Lemacki.
Out to Lemacki, but now the Knights find themselves on the 46 in some of the best field position they've seen tonight.
Picked up 3 yards. Hey, 3 yards is better than going backwards. So.
Exactly, and the Knights need to keep that ball moving, that momentum moving forward. Josh chiming again, saying go Havasu. In the shotgun formation again. Real quick pass that time, right through the fingers.
Intended for Bray Spencer.
Brace, you saw the quick head of that turn, just looked away right before the ball got there.
He was excited.
Yes, he was looking to see where he was going to go, and he would have had some open field. So now 3rd and 7. But now being this deep in the territory, is this 2-down territory? Is this 1-down territory? What does the winningest coach in Havasu High football history do here? Looks.
Fuller passing it to number 2, Casillas.
Tried to zip it in there. Incomplete.
Number 3, Tyler Faber on the defense there.
And it looks like Havasu, not worried yet, is going to bring out the punting unit.
Well, 4th down, you're near the 50, you punt the ball. You don't want to give the other team that great a field position.
No, a good punt here is going to put them about at the 10-yard line, which is
but
where they're
we're
lined
running
up.
A fake. And Spencer met there by number 64.
Wow.
Robinson.
And that didn't fool them at all. Almost like they were looking for it.
So turnover on downs by the Knights, just like we were saying. Now the Hawks are in pretty good field position again.
Yeah, and you see the Hawks offense already out there in the huddle. Almost like they had the playbook open themselves and were reading it, knowing what was coming next. Not fooled at all by the fake punt. Casey and Betty, thanks for chiming in. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody being here. As it's Knights versus the Hawks here on Havasu Online TV.
Little screen out there from Coda to number 9, Noriega.
Jug move, turns into 10, 15, 20-yard, 25. Quick little move, turns it into a 30-yard gain.
Pushed out of bounds by Joshua Nelson. There you go. These birds got to watch out for Nelson. He is our hunter.
He is our hunter, but he's going to have to zero in quickly as that one slight move turned a play that was looking like it was going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage. All of a sudden turns into a 30-yard gain for the Hawks.
Hawks line up in looks like the pistol formation.
Very interesting formation there. Hand off.
Number 21.
Corner 21.
Duarte with the carry for the Hawks.
Number 21. That is the definition of definitely what a fullback should look like. Took the hit, fell forward, no doubt about it. But another weapon that the Hawks have in their arsenal.
And he doesn't seem to be scared to put his shoulders down and hit someone.
Shoulders down, fall forward. That's something the Knights now need to take into effect as well.
2nd down and 8.
2 wide receivers at the top of the screen. Another handoff again to 21. And 21 shakes off the tackle.
Duarte with the carry for the 1st down. Pushed out of bounds by Joshua Nelson again.
Don't know if it was pushed out of bounds or pretty much dragged out of bounds.
We'll say push. It sounds nicer. Maybe he was scared and ran out of bounds. But
I think it was more that he ran out of bounds and dragged the Knight with him. Hawks getting a ton of shout-outs in chat. We appreciate that. Let them know that when they get home, when they get on the bus and they drive home, they can see your comments. Looks deep. Corner of the end zone. Broken up.
Jackson, the intended receiver on there.
Number 23 breaking it up, and looks like that arm's hanging a little funny.
Ariano with the defense there, even though he's looking a little beat up there.
Yeah, Ariano with a great play there. Looks like he hurt his hand on that play, but huge, great play to keep that broken up and keep the Hawks out of the end zone. Hopefully that's just one of those stingers that he can shake off.
Right, like we were talking about before in the pregame. Knights are already without a couple of their weapons. So to lose Ariano here would be a big loss for the Knights. Coda again in the formation.
Giving the ball, tripped up this time.
Duarte with the carry, brought down by number 10.
Knights did the right thing with Duarte there. Instead of trying to match up, tackling him by the shoulders, they went low, grabbed the shoestrings, pulled him down.
Pellington with the tackle there.
So at the end of the 1st quarter, Hawks lead 7-0 against the Knights. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching Havasu Online TV, Knights football live on Havasu Online TV.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
All right, so we're back for the 2nd quarter. We apologize for the 1/3. We didn't realize that was still changed up there from the volleyball game. And remember, if you want to catch any past Knights action or visiting team action, just go ahead and go down the scroll on Havasu Online TV. Check it out. We've got all the varsity and volleyball and football action as well as last year's. You hear the heckler telling them to fire up and make some noise. Third down.
Pass completed there to number 9.
And right there.
Noriega again for the Hawks.
And regretfully, you could hear that and the fans. They started the chant, stop third down, and just got the air sucked out of them. Noriega on a great play there as we're lining up for the kick. And the Knights get the stop.
Looks like it was blocked there by number 4.
Number 4 jumps right in there.
That'd be Spencer with the block.
Spencer great on it coming in there, zeroed in on it, batted it down.
So the Knights going to be getting ready to receive another kick. So they weren't able to stop them from scoring the touchdown, but they were able to stop that extra point. I guess a 13-point deficit is better than a 14-point deficit.
Exactly. That turns it into a touchdown and 2 field goals, which we don't see Havasu kick that often, but then does mean that Havasu, known for their 2 extra points, does still give them an advantage. So as Gila Ridge lines up for the kick, able to make that with only 5 seconds off the clock. And that's one thing we're also seeing, Gila Ridge dominating possession time. Knights are going to take this one at the 3-yard line, bringing it out to the 20. Trying to find some room out to the 30. Try to leap over and get some distance. Knights out to the 32-yard line.
Returned by number 10, Peloton.
Number 10, Cody Peloton on the return.
Mike Collin, thanks for joining us. Former LHHS alumni as well.
Makes it first and 10 on the 32-yard line.
So the Knights, second quarter, finding themselves needing to bring it in.
They need to take some of the success that they had in the last quarter and multiply it by 1 billion.
Yeah, well, they did have some success.
Pass to Spencer.
Tap dance and gets a few yards off of it.
Pass to Cole Fuller to Grace Spencer is complete.
Now, I think that's something that she needs to see the Knights. Always one of their specialties is keeping those wide receivers spread out there, keeping the defense spread out, making them do a man-to-man. And I think that's what they've got to do here, man-to-man and deep, and reestablish that running game they did in the beginning. Fuller in trouble in the backfield.
Fuller sacked again.
The front line just not offering any defense for him there.
Looked like that was number 69, Graham, with the sack for the Hawks.
Yeah. Graham came in there almost untouched. Fuller took one look at the field and then had to run.
So that's 3 sacks for the Hawks so far tonight. Only 10 more to go.
For those at home, keeping score, 10 more to go.
Lucky number 13, right? Fuller drops back. Screen pass there.
Just in and out of the hands right there.
Intended for Spencer.
Well, and as you said, for Gila Ridge, the average is 13. That's the average. That means it could go more.
That's true.
And the Knights front line is going to have to tighten up and give Fuller time to look around and find those receivers.
Looks like the Knights are getting ready to punt the ball away.
So again, another possession, 4 and out for the Knights. End over end, going to take a Knights bounce, but scooped out of the air again by the Hawks.
It was Noriega the return for the Hawks.
That's now twice we've seen the Hawks. They see the end over end ball coming, and they swoop in, take it down, and at least get a couple yards out of it instead of letting it roll back. So 10 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Hawks take over again on the 35-yard line, and the Knights find themselves backed up against the castle walls again.
The defense, they're doing decent. They're not doing that great, but they're making some plays. They just need to make more of them. That's a very coach-like answer too.
3 wide receivers for the first time in a while. We've seen a Hill Ridge and an interception by the
There we
Knights
go.
to the 40. Gets
Still on his
past,
feet.
trying to feet. Actually got his own player got in his way there when he got up to throw the block.
Peloton with the interception.
And that woke up this crowd. They were wanting to see it. No laundry on the field. That's going to be an interception. And that's what the Knights needed to do here.
And now the Knights offense needs to take that momentum, that energy that came from the Knights defense and run with it. Could possibly run the ball, but I mean, use that energy to score that touchdown.
Exactly. Get over that 50, and remember, it's 10 yards at a time from here.
Little toss there.
A little tie, and you heard the fans on that one. After the great interception, the fans were not happy to see that be the play called.
Looked like that was number 42, Bracamonte. I'm probably saying his name wrong, but Knights trying to go with a little trickery there. Lemacki with the carry there for the Knights now.
Lemacki, a lot of yards he's got to make up.
Brought down by number 18, Acedo for the Hawks.
Brings it out to the 48. And I got to give it to the Hawks there on that one. Yeah, they chased Lemacki for another 10 yards, it seemed like, sideways. Yeah, he had to go really far to get around him. 3rd and 9, lots of yards to gain.
Fuller getting the play called in from the sideline there.
You can almost hear the hush on Havasu sidelines. They're ready to erupt. They want to see a first down here. But any athlete will tell you they've got to hear the fans beforehand. So
Coach Thompson going to call a timeout here.
Looks like that's what it is. Coach Thompson calls a timeout. He's going to bring them over and talk to them. So we're going to take a break. It's second quarter, 8:27 to go. Hawks trailing the Knights 13-0. We'll be back. We're Havasu Online TV.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
And we're back. Second quarter, 8:27 to go. Hawks lead 13-0. It's 3rd and 9. Coach Thompson called one of the rare timeouts. What are we looking at here, Brian?
You know, It's third down. Still got quite a ways to go. I'm sure he's telling his guys, hey, dig in. Let's get this first down. One first down at a time. Then we'll worry about a touchdown.
Motion.
Spencer.
Looks like a fake pass. Down the field. Gets it. Into triple coverage. And number 2 pulls it down. Jay Spencer.
Spencer to Casillas.
Exactly.
So, really what Coach said was like, hey, guys, we're going to do a little trickery here.
Exactly. To pull it. And you know, not. And here's the thing about being the most winningest coach. You're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. If he made that play, he's a hero. Misses it, he's a heel. He still went for it. 3rd and 9, great call by Coach Thompson.
There's Lamacki with the carry.
Lamacki just leveled.
Met in the backfield by number 81.
You know, I haven't
Ebert.
seen anyone hit like that since this afternoon in a special training I was at. So, Lamacki just taken off of his feet.
2nd and 10 for Havasu.
Matt cheering on, saying, take it, Knights. Sandy cheering on the Hawks. Chat half and half, I'd say. Each with their favorites in the shotgun.
Tipped pass there.
Tipped pass.
Intended for Casillas.
Now, the boom you heard was up above us. Coaches up on the roof are getting excited, going in both directions. Production said they can't hear it, but
We heard it.
we heard. Good thing they just rebuilt this, otherwise they'd be down in the booth with us.
Then we'd have more issues.
Knights lining up. 3rd and 10. Again, Knights find themselves in 3rd down situation.
Play action. Pass to Casillas.
Only a short pass gain of about 2.
Ebert again with the tackle there for the Hawks. Number 81.
4th and 8.
This is 4th down for the Knights.
We hear some of the people in the stands in front of us wondering if it's going to go for a field goal or what the Knights are going to do. Their first time really being this down far in the field.
Almost
Hate to
to the
give it
red
up.
zone.
Yeah. Josh chiming in, telling the Knights, get in the game. Josh, one of our top fans, top viewers.
Another timeout.
Looks
for
like
the
another
Knights.
timeout called by Havasu. So again, we'll be back. 6:30 to go. Knights versus the Hawks. Knights almost in red zone territory. We're Havasu Online TV. We'll be back.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Knights
We're back.
coming back out here.
Just right at the end of the timeout. And the Knights looking to make something here.
4th down. Knights are probably hoping to be able to get someone to jump off sides. Or
Yeah, that's probably what they're looking for right there. Get someone off sides, get someone to react. In the shotgun, takes the snap.
Looking
Scramble,
around.
looking around, in trouble, being chased, looks downfield. Can't make the completion.
So the Hawks are going to be taking over on downs.
Hawks are taking over down, and the crowd didn't even react.
It was one of those plays where it broke up. It almost looked like Fuller had more space if he would have just gone up the middle to get a couple more yards. And then if he didn't get the first down, he still would have had the Hawks, and probably by like their 20 or so.
Exactly. Now turn it over, and the Hawks find themselves at the 25. Knights hoping to fire off and get an interception again. Knights have had a fumble recovery and an interception, so the defense is doing the job. They're fighting to get the ball back for the offense.
Number 21, Durate for the carry with the carry.
Durate just a machine out there. No stopping those legs when they start churning. A gain almost of 20 yards.
Is brought down by number 14, homecoming king, Mr. Murphy.
Well, I know right now Mr. Murphy's happy he's traded that crown back in for the helmet, and he wants to defend his kingdom. For those that are waiting for the band performance you heard, they will be performing at halftime. The last performance before they head out for competition at Mesquite High. Hope you enjoy their performance. High snap. Handoff. Durante this time taken back, but not taken off his feet.
Looks like the Knights were led there by number 52, Joshua Nelson.
Josh Nelson zero in there.
This front line for the Knights defense, they need to create that pressure, get it back there in that backfield.
Yeah, Gila Ridge able to hold them off, giving their quarterback plenty of time to look around, see exactly and execute his play to the best of his ability. Again, another handoff. It's still going until it runs himself out of bounds. Another almost 10 to 15 yards on the carry again.
Looked like Brock Amante was the one who was there to help guide him out of bounds. First down for the Hawks.
Matt Spicer chiming in chat, wanting the Knights to turn into a running game. Quit putting it in the air. They've got to get it back to make that happen. Looking for the pass. Going deep. And it looks like broken up that time again. Knights, though, trying to get that interception.
Delorme was the receiver.
And you heard the fans. The fans were thinking it was going to be the third turnover. And that's what this defense needs to keep doing.
Second and 10 here for the Hawks.
Second and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Good field position. We got
Play options.
A whistle.
Trying to see exactly what the officials are calling here. Just heard no penalties have been called so far on either team. Good, clean game so far.
So
there's the snap. Again, handoff. The Knights just have to push him out of bounds. They cannot bring him down.
As a stocky kid, I mean, he's almost like a boulder.
Exactly.
The Hawks aren't flying the ball in. They're just launching it with the boulder.
Yes.
It's that catapult. Taking a book out of the Knights. Taking a page out of the Knights book, not a book out of the Knights page.
Nice pick that nice page.
Right? Hey, that was a good play there.
This is why the English teachers send us emails on every Saturday morning. You hear the heckler letting you know, make some noise. They're rocking and rolling, trying to stop them here. 3rd and 2. Whistle blown dead.
Looks like it was a timeout by the Knights.
Timeouts by the Knights, using the last one. So we'll be back with some words from our sponsors. The Knights versus the Hawks here from the Kingdom in Havasu. We're Havasu Online TV.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery and share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
So we're back. Timeout called. Last timeout for the Knights. Coach is giving their advice. We're looking at 3rd and 2 from the 38. I want to thank everybody for joining us, both from the Gila Ridge fans as well as Havasu. Remember, like, share, let everyone know exactly that we're here. We're live from the Kingdom. And you see the defense come out second.
If you're the Hawks, you know people are going to be expecting you just to hand the ball off to Durante. I mean, the Knights haven't been able to stop him, and he's probably averaging over 5 yards a game or a carry right
Easily
now.
over 5 yards. Looks for the fake, goes deep at the corner of the end zone. Wave off. Great job there by number 2 to break up the play.
That's Casillas for the Knights.
That makes it 4th down for Gila Ridge.
4th down as we find out Gila Ridge, as successful as they've been, do you go for it?
Do they have a kicker?
I do not know.
They do have a kicker, but
We know they've got one, but they're not pulling them out. They're going to go for it. I think you're going to see, and you see him moving back right there, number 21, Durante. You're going to watch it, hand it off to him, and I guarantee you he's going to do line search straight up the middle.
There
it is.
handoff.
Got the 1st down, and an extra 5 yards on top of that. How do you not go with him on a play like that?
On 3rd down, how did you not go with him? I mean, like,
Well, they went for the corner of the end zone on that
Right.
one, so.
they went for the unexpected pass.
Yeah, Mike chiming in, good D. But now it's another full set of 4 downs for the Knights from the 22-yard line, just outside the red zone, where the Knights have been very successful usually in defending that red zone. Durante got the handoff, breaks through tackles. Could have been stopped behind the line of scrimmage, ended up getting 3 or 4 more yards out of it.
Brought down by what looked like number 70, Strong for the Knights.
Again, a beautiful night here in Lake Havasu City. Thank you all for joining us, whether you're on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, any of our other social medias we stream at. We are following the chat over in Facebook at the moment. So thank you all for joining us over there.
Hawks here with 2nd down in the red zone. I'm still waiting for the alley-oop pass to number 11 for the Hawks.
I think we're going to see that sooner than later. Up in the air, that one broken up. That was intended for not number 11 this time, but
Looked like number 9,
number 9 was the one who's got his hands on it.
Noriega.
Jordan Cummings. And number 4, Grace Spencer.
Good defense there by the Knights.
Yeah, and the great thing about that, as you see, that and we're even expecting to see it go to number 11, and the Hawks into the area of them, but going to the other receivers. Knights defense again keying in on that and watching very well. Knights have recovered a fumble recovery, 2 interceptions,
It's 3rd down.
but still find themselves trailing 13-0. As it's 3rd down again, 3rd and 5 to go. And it's up to the defense to stop them again here. Hand off to 21. Gets through the secondary. Flag. I think we're looking at a holding or a block in the back.
Our first flag of the night.
69 for the Hawks with his hands in the air. I think we're going to look at a holding call on that one.
Officials sitting there discussing what they're going to have on their Papa John's pizza.
Barbecue meats, one of my favorites. This one looks like they're marching it back.
A hold.
Holding. Asset holding against the Hawks.
Well, you know, Hawks have those talons that are made to grip and hold on to their prey, so.
And it did, and that's where you saw. And the thing is, number 21 for the Hawks, he saw the opening as it came open and ran right to it, which is exactly what he should have done. Regretfully, off of a holding call. So now we're looking about
3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 we're looking at.
It's 3rd down. Now make some noise.
So from the spot of the foul, still holding, brought him back. Not as far back as the Knights fans would have liked it.
Knights look like they're going in a man defense there.
Goes high, looking for the pass, up in the air. Pulls it down, and we've got a touchdown for the Hawks.
Touchdown, Gila Raiders.
Trying to get a good view of it. Looks like number... Can't quite see the number. It looks like 13. Yep, number 13.
Number 13, Delorme for the Hawks there with the touchdown reception.
Farrah joining us watching from Washington, D.C. Don Clark, thanks for joining us. Omar Durante saying, give it to Durante. I think we've seen that happen quite a bit.
I don't see why you wouldn't.
Anna chiming in, yippee. Hawks move up 19-0 against the Knights.
Another penalty there on the play.
So now 2 penalties. This one against the Knights for encroachment. That's going to move it up closer. This is one I would honestly pull 21 in, Durante, and go make it a 2-point conversion.
Go up by 21.
Yeah. Make up that one you missed. He's on averaging getting that many yards on a carry.
And
But it's up
good.
and it's good. So with 2:31 to go in the half, Hawks up 20, Knights 0. We'll be back with more from the Kingdom or Havasu Online TV. Thanks for joining us.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
All right, so we're back. We're looking 2:31 to go, left on the clock, 20-0. Hawks, I would say dominating, but the defense is fighting, and keeping a...
The defense has given the offense opportunities to score. But, so if the Knights score here on this return here, or in this possession, as we see the Knights bobble it on the back there in the deep in their own territory.
Yeah.
Ellington with the return and more laundry. 3rd flag tonight.
It was the minute we said that it had been a clean game, the rest realized they were not getting their quota.
It's true. They're kind of like the...
Don't say it. I got to drive home. And they know I'll know where I live.
All right, we'll leave the highway patrol out of this.
So discussion happening right now on the play.
So if they score in this possession, do they go into halftime feeling victorious? Like, yes, we scored against this team?
I would say they would, because here's the other thing. If you don't score on this possession or you don't get something down there, the Hawks take over with the ball at halftime.
That's right.
So the Knights need to put something up here, or at least keep the Hawks off the field again.
Personal foul against the Hawks.
That's going to march it up the way. Kristen joins in, chimes in. I was just telling Peyton, wonder how the Hawks are doing. Well, now you know. Betty saying the Hawks are on fire. Cindy cheering on the Hawks. Wendy Moore, thanks for joining us. Miguel chiming in, another easy game. I don't know quite, Miguel, if another easy game, as you know, there have been 2 turnovers, but the Hawks, with the multiple of weapons, are definitely passing it around and giving all the different options.
Another penalty on the play.
Another penalty on the play. That one blown right off the start. That one's going to be on the Knights.
False start. The Hawks giveth and the Knights taketh away.
Not exactly what you want to see.
No.
And the great thing is, all this back and forth, we've only moved the clock maybe 2 seconds.
Fuller steps back. Pass intended to Pellington, number 10. With number 5, Moreno, on the coverage there. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Knights.
The Knights really need to focus in, get this ball going, get it moving. 2 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Plenty of time to get it down the field. It's just a matter of finding someone, and that's what Fuller's having trouble with. As we see him smoked out of the pocket again. See? Off in the corner.
Right.
Police sirens, you mentioned them. They're showing up.
Speaking of quotas.
Good job getting us in trouble again.
Hey, someone had to.
You can bail us out at HavaSuOnline.com. No. Actually, if you do enjoy what we're doing up here and want to help support us, we do have a Patreon account. You can find that link on our Facebook page. Every little bit helps bring you this great action. Fuller again in trouble.
Dancing around.
Just unable to do anything. Not able to find a receiver, not able to get out. The Hawks all over.
Diebert there just ready to hug Fuller and be like, hey, don't go anywhere. Because we got a timeout by the Hawks.
Timeout by the Hawks. We'll be back. It's Havasu Knights football action. Knights versus the Gila Ridge Hawks here from the Kingdom.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
So during the timeout, and we're back, 1:33 to go. Shout out to our sponsors: Mojave Center for Dermatology, Plastic Surgery, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center, Papa John's Pizza, Mojave Community College. Huge shout out to these sponsors. They help make it possible for us to bring you these broadcasts, as well as also Mr. Brady Krieger of the athletics department here at Lake Havasu High School. All of them working together. 1:33 to go in the half.
Knights lining up to punt it.
Decent punt. Going to get a Havasu roll.
Down.
Stops it at the 43-yard line.
Should
Now.
just let it keep going.
1:24 on the clock officially. Question is, what do you do here to stop them from getting in again?
You have to rely on that quickness. I mean, you know that they got the wide receivers that have the height advantage on the outside. Why not bring a couple of your linebackers in on a blitz, create some pressure there, and see what you can handle.
And that is something you do bring up. We've not seen the Knights with much success in getting into the pocket.
Coda pass there intended for number 13, Delorme. But the Knights do like to play for this pass. They play for the pass. They do not playing the run, and I think that's one reason why Duarte has been so successful on the ground.
Yeah, no stopping them. Number 21, just a machine out there. Given the ball, you can usually see 7 to 10 yards out of him per carry. Look at the play, little miscommunication, and the Knights, for once, wrap up the quarterback.
That's a quarterback sack. He's brought down by Round Table of Knights.
Looks like he was brought down by number 51, Troffer. I'm going to give it to him because that's what I do.
That's right, exactly.
We got
That's
a
what
timeout. Oh. We got a board operator malfunction.
That does happen, but he's the first board operator in Havasu High School history that actually figured out how to use the timeout clock.
This is true.
And we are going to give that shout out to Mr. Cooper because after 30 plus years, someone finally figured out what that button did. Looks for the pass. Going deep. Broken up again. You know, that's one thing we can definitely say. As much as the running game for the Hawks has dominated, at least the Knights secondary has kept it out of that backfield. And you've not seen a big, huge passing play. Very common out of the Hawks. They are getting some deep balls, but not the big strikes like they're shooting for right there.
Hawks lining up to punt the ball. 50 seconds left here in the first half.
If the Knights can get it on the board, get some points on the board in the next 50 seconds, that will be that victory for them. That can size them back up for the second half.
Takes a Hawk bounce there. Being down at the 20-yard line.
Down at the 20. So, as the Knights come back out to take over, 39 seconds to go in the half, we'll be back with these messages from our local sponsors. We're Havasu Online TV.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most...
All right, we're back. Knights on the 20-yard line. 39 seconds, looking to score. Does the handoff. Up to the 30-yard line.
Lamacki there with the carry.
Lamacki with the carry, but now the Knights need to rush and get up there.
Looks like he was brought down by number 22, Jackson, for the Hawks.
Looks like we're waving off the clock. As the chain gang gets set up, it looks like part of the chain gang fell over there. Officially 19 seconds on the clock. We're going to get ours adjusted. One of the chain gang members did fall over, got kind of tied up there. They're dragging.
Called a first down.
Calling a first down, so yeah. And the chain gang, the one at the first down was like, no, I know it. Come on, he's dragging him along. Hey, we have to give it up. It's a volunteer chain gang out there. We appreciate them making sure that this happens.
Fuller drops
Knights
back.
looking to pass. There he is in trouble.
Pass short.
Couldn't get the pass to him. Just dropped short.
Intended for Pelleton.
Officially 2 seconds on the game clock. Shout out to our production crew. They have so many buttons to push and keep track of. We appreciate you all chiming in and joining us. Stay with us for halftime as the Band of Knights will be performing their last performance before their big competition at Mesquite High School. That's tomorrow. So after this, they're getting right back on the bus. So looking deep. There's the bell. Incomplete. Halftime, and the Knights find themselves blanked out, 20-0. Not exactly what we predicted to see.
It's kind of what you
24 minutes
expected, though.
Yeah, well,
I mean, from this Hawks team. I mean, the 5-0 coming up here. You know, the Knights defense, like we talked about, has been playing really well. They have given up the 20 points, but forced 2 turnovers, a couple of punts. They're doing okay. They just need to step it up a little bit more. They need the offense to step up their game.
Yeah, and that's definitely, you got to mention it right there. And the Knights, regretfully, as you see how that posture as they're walking off, hopefully they can pull it back around. But as you said, 5-0 team of the Hawks coming in here on a hot streak. Knights suffering a devastating loss on homecoming night where they dominated the first 8 minutes of the quarter. And, it could be a lot worse right now. We've had a couple turnovers that the Knights used to stop the Hawks. So the question is what magic bullet can they find to fire them back up and get some points on the board? I think you see 1-2 scores, Knights are going to be fired back up and ready to go.
If you're Coach Thompson going in here at halftime, I mean, you got to find something to get your guys going again. Being shut out in the first half definitely takes the air out of your sails, but you got to hang on to those bright spots, the turnovers, you're not giving up big plays. There has not been any big breakaway plays where they're going over 20 yards.
Exactly. Well, we've got Shannon Renault saying great first half. Becky Lee cheering on the Hawks for the first half. Ginger Joyne also saying great job for the Hawks. Matt Spicer was calling for a Hail Mary. I think that's what they wanted to do there at the end. Wendy joining saying awesome first half Hawks. Hey, we appreciate all the Hawk fans out here watching us on Havasu Online TV. We love bringing you all LHHS and their opponents' actions. And now we're going to take a break as they get ready for the 2019 show, which we performed at Mesquite High School for the first time in competition. It is the Havasu Band of Knights. Let's turn it over to them.
Schreiber. Staff includes Craig Schreiber, Erica Sutherland, and color guard staff Nicole Elliott and Kaylee Newton.
There is another one because I saw a picture of all of them. I almost took a nap right before the game just because I'm going to not wake up.
What a long week. A lot of travel.
Drum majors Francisco Hernandez and Tony Lawson. Is your band ready? Band of Knights, you may begin your performance. Vandalized the state.
And if you happen to see one of those band boosters out there with their 50/50, signs, we gotta tell you, grab one, tackle them, buy your 50/50 ticket. I don't think this year we've seen one under $300.
Upcoming third quarter. Havasu CrossFit, Jimmy John's, Hilltop Church, MTIC Insurance, Havasu Orthodontics, Agave Physical Therapy, Air Control, and Yogurt Paradise.
And so thank you to our sponsors for the stream: Mojave Community College, Mojave Center of Dermatology and Plastics, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center, Papa John's Pizza. Huge shout out, as we said, also to Anderson Auto Group. They were instrumental in getting us out to the Golden Shovel game, our first streamed away game. And if you want to see more streamed away games, whether they be basketball, football, volleyball, whichever, do a favor, call up Scott Taylor at Anderson Auto Group and tell him I want Havasu Online TV at every game, and let him call Mr. Becker and make it happen, because we'd love to bring you those away games as well. So 8 minutes going half. Brian, what are we looking at for the second half?
If the Knights can keep the Hawks under 40 points, it's a success.
We're not poking fun at it, folks. This is a 5-0 team. This is a team that's firing on all cylinders, and sure enough, we gotta tell you,
I stopped counting on sacks because I was like,
if anyone can update us in chat on the stacks, I think we were at 4. I think they still have 9 to go. So,
yeah.
Miguel, thank you for the shout outs. We are Knights fans, alumni, and we're very, yes, we'll admit it, we're partial to our team, but we got to give respect where respect dues, that's for sure. Kevin Iser, thank you for joining us. Mrs. Coach Thompson, thank you for joining us. Gary Nickerson as well. Jack Weldon, you and I have a lot of talking to do about what you need to be down here sponsoring. Lonnie Stephen joining us as well. Thank you for all of us joining us in chat. You just witnessed the Band of Knights on their last performance before they head out tomorrow. I should say probably head out in about 6 hours. They're going to be getting the early bus and driving out to Mesquite, getting ready to perform against everyone else at Mesquite. And we wish we could tell you we could be there. Again, that's another one. Call Scott Taylor at the Anderson Auto Group. Tell him you want Havasu Online TV at all these locations. He's the man with the magic to make it happen. Anderson Auto Group, again, instrumental bringing you the first away game, Golden Shovel game. Huge shout out to them. Michael Dahman's already chiming in. Let's go Hawks. I was staying in the way, keeping poor young Brody Port stuck up in the crow's nest. I think it deserves to be up there sometimes.
Is it the crow's nest right now, or is it the hawk's nest?
I think there's a lot of hawks up there right now, but we could shut the gate and just draw the porticles up, and
right. We can close up the castle.
Michael's cheering on Big Mike, number 66. The cheer did a little sideline show, but I don't know if they're doing a halftime performance. Cheers this year rebuilding under the guidance of Coach Rasek. She's doing a wonderful job with them. Oh, and Coach Carter. I was corrected. Coach Rasek and Coach Carter rebuilding the team. They have a very young team, but huge shout out to what they're doing. Michael Dolan calls upstairs, up above our heads, is the Hawk's Nest. So
Hawk's Nest.
He's declared it's the Hawk Nest. So
See how it is.
Well, I can definitely tell you, Michael, sometimes when there's been a miscue, it sounded like Tyrannosaurus Rex next up there as they were pounding their feet once in a while. So we're about
Jurassic Park.
5 minutes out from halftime. The Knights are coming back onto the field. Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall with Coach Thompson there.
It'd be nice to see the energy that comes out with these Knights.
Now, and it's important to notice to also state that the Knights have just gone on their fall break as well. So none of them were in school today, so should be nice and rested. Should have a little extra in the tank to go. I do know there was parent-teacher conferences, so already getting warmed up and all that.
And even these pre warm-ups, these warm-ups before the half starts, this is where the guys can start building up that energy, getting into it, still encouraging each other.
Exactly, get it fired up. And anyone who's played any sport, especially a sport like football, will tell you that it is not over until the last quarter, the last second. And even then, you possibly have overtime. So you can't just give up. We've seen that pro ranks, college ranks, especially high school ranks. High school, a matter of 2 or 3 plays go the right direction, and you've got a whole new ball game.
Yeah, I do have to say though, I'm kind of disappointed in the Knights crowd here. As the Knights were coming out, you didn't get much cheering. You look across the way, you got the Hawks coming. They're not even on the field yet. Hawks fans are cheering them on.
I do have to give a shout out to the Hawks fans. Wonderful group that followed up with them. We've seen a couple of shots of them with Leighton on the camera, letting us see them as well. And also in chat, huge shout out to the great fans that we've seen from the Hawks in chat. And we appreciate fans going both ways, respecting the players. Great job. So just got corrected from the Hawks Nest above us, as chat now is calling everyone up there the Hawks Nest. It is Duarte.
Yeah.
And you can hear it right now. You hear the Hawks traveling fans are erupting for their team as they come out.
I'd like to remind everybody that the Hawks will be getting the ball here, as the best baritone in the Knights band just walked into the...
I know, the baritone in the Knights band, I'm going to throw it under the bus again, just like I did before, since they've got a huge competition against, at Mesquite. She's saying she's out of breath, I think she's like blowing an instrument once in a while. So, what's happening tomorrow for the band of Knights?
Tomorrow we're going to our first competition. It's actually a different circuit. We're going to the AZMAs, which is different than our original Alberta circuit, which means it's going to be a bit unfamiliar, but I think we can make it through.
You make it through? What are you making it through?
The whole competition. It's going to be a struggle because of our Friday night game, but we get up early, we go there at 5. We're going to get on the bus. It's going to be a bit different considering there's on-field judges now, so it's going to be a bit more particular. But I think we can do it.
Now, are you and the band going to stay up, just party in the parking lot until you guys get on the bus and go to sleep, or are y'all going home and taking a nap?
Well, a lot of the band goes to Denny's afterwards because we're party people, and then we're all going to sleep and hopefully be there in time.
So you've heard it. If you're a band fan, you can find the band at Denny's. And I'll tell you right now, last time the band was at Denny's, they ran the shake machines dry. So, if you want to shake from Denny's, you need to get down there and get down there now.
Gotta shake it off.
Yeah, that would be great. I like that. Shake it. The band's going to shake it off. They have that pep tune also. Okay. So we're about 30 seconds away from the start of the half. So we're going to have a few breaks from our sponsors, and we'll be back. It's going to the second half action. Knights versus the Hawks here at the Kingdom.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, We'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Please thank you to the fans from Gila Ridge and the trip line Havasu. We hope you have a safe trip home.
And they give themselves a shout.
I still have 6 minutes.
There's an impressive group over there across the way. Just reminding everybody that the Hawks did defer and will be receiving the kick here to start the first half, or the second half, I should say. And we're adding 3 minutes onto halftime, so we're still in halftime.
We're still in halftime. 3 minutes to go left in the halftime clock. I think we'll blame that on the band tonight. They obviously did something in the field getting ready for the competition. So 3 minutes added.
Set to clock for 12 minutes. Someone's gone already.
And now the officials are taking it back to 12 minutes.
We're getting this ball a rolling.
Props for that. Meyer cheering on the Hawks, Shannon also here for Sharon. Here for the Hawks. Farrah cheering on the Hawks, saying Coach Mercer is the boss. Becky Lee cheering on the Hawks also.
A little squib onside kick there by the Knights. Covered by number 50, Godina.
Number 50, Joel Cadena on the return.
So the Knights tried, even though having to kick it off, tried to get the ball back. And so the Hawks take over on the 49-yard line.
I don't think the Hawks have started like on their 30 or less this whole entire game.
No, that's because every time they snap it out of the air and they bring it down with them.
Duarte with the carry there for the Hawks.
Cheer squad trying to get the defense fired up.
And second down here for the Hawks.
Second and 1. And sure enough, the defense zeroes in, and we're going to have third and 1. Holding the line.
Let's see where they spot the ball here.
Question looks like they gave them the first down on that. I've got to question that one.
First down, Gila Ridge.
You know, with the Hawks, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Just keep handing the ball off.
Dominating the running game.
Keeping
taking
that clock
to the air
running
when they need to. In the shotgun. Handoff again.
Gets to the corner.
Turns the corner and comes back in. Looks like he just stepped out of bounds right there at the 38-yard line. His foot just randomly went out.
Saw the Knight defender there and probably got scared. He's like, whoa, what are you?
got surprised. I don't know if he could get scared. I don't know if he gets scared.
Probably
And I'm
not.
sure chat would tell you, no, he does not.
I
As
know.
he was looking to cut back in.
I'm gonna get chopped up right now. Second down for the Hawks. Uh, Clock is
From the shotgun this time, going to the air, going deep. In the middle of the field, try to get the pattern. Couldn't quite connect it.
Coda. His pass intended for number 8, Randall. You know, I look at these rosters on Max Prep. I mean, like, these kids they're giants. Randall is 6'3".
This is a big team. This is
What do
thi-
they?
this team kind of reminds me of a junior college team.
What do they have in the water down there?
It's third down. Let it make some noise.
And you hear them start to erupt. Rollin cheering on the Knights from Denver. Thanks for joining us. Knights trying to make a comeback. Wrapping them up.
Durarte with the carry there.
Drawn to the carry. Only a game of about 4.
Makes a fourth down.
Fourth and a long 4, it looks like. As you heard the heckler mention, great advertising packages available. Havasu Online TV, also part of those packages. So if you want to get on, get the Booster Club and let them know you want to help support the Knights. Fourth down, 4th and 5.
Crowd trying to get this defense to step up and stop him and get the ball back.
Abby watching from South Dakota. There's the pass. Got the screen pass. Makes the connection, and there's going to be the first down again for the Hawks.
That was number 8, brought down by number 8. Randall with the reception.
Number 8 brought down by number 8, and our production just squashed a bug in front of us. I think we'll behave ourselves now.
Zamansky. I probably said his name wrong for the Knights there on the tackle.
Jan, thank you for joining us. Longtime Havasu resident. We want to thank everyone as we're almost approaching triple digits in the live numbers. Remember, like, share, send it out, tell your friends to watch as the Knights are fighting to come back. 20-0 against the Hawks here at the Kingdom in Lake Havasu City. There's a pass to the corner of the end zone. Waiting for the official call. Incomplete to the official call and a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
That's going to have huge implications.
That was intended for number 11, Jones.
The King's mother has spoken up again, said, Ed Murphy, number 14, Mom loves you, you rock.
That's so nice of her.
Royalty in the household. Great watching him get crowned.
Looks
Trish
like
McCauley chimes in, says, go Hawks, we love you, Coach Mercer. Huge shout-outs for the coach on the Hawks side. And that's marching back.
marching back. Penalty on the Hawks offense. Pass interference.
Numbers now, we jumped up to over 160 viewers. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. We're Havasu Online TV, and we love bringing you nice sports action. If you want to check out any of our past feeds and the past sports, if you know someone who has another school that's come and visit the Knights, let us know. Check down lower in the stream. It's 1st and 25 for the Hawks.
Screen pass there to number 13.
Still
going.
staying in bounds. Tap dance on the sidelines.
Delorme there with the reception and the carry. And there's the King making a tackle.
King made the tackle. Huge shout out to everyone. We have officially hit 220 viewers online at the same time. Thank you all for joining us. We're live from the Kingdom in Lake Havasu City. Havasu Knights action.
Second down here for the Hawks. 2nd and 4. And we're getting a penalty on the play.
Flag on the play before the snap of the ball. That could benefit the Knights.
Officials coming over and discussing it.
Michael Knox cheering on, get 'em Hawks. From 1st and 25 to 2nd and 4. This penalty is going to be extremely important. 275 viewers, thank you all for joining us. We know you could do many other things, and we appreciate you spending your time here with us on Havasu Online TV. And it looks like we're about to top 300. Yep, right there, 308. Only seconded to graduation, our largest viewing audience.
Look like offsetting penalties. We'll just say that because they didn't move the ball.
Looks like it was either penalty decline or offsetting penalties.
Coda coming back in with the play for the Hawks here and 2nd down. Hands it off.
Durarte like a machine running through. Flag on the play also after the play.
2 flags.
2 flags. More than likely we're going to have a little extra contact.
A little extracurricular activity there.
Not the kind you want. We've now topped over 400 viewers. Thank you all for joining us. While you're here, huge shout out to our sponsors for making this possible. Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center, Papa John's Pizza, MCC, Mojave Community College, Mojave Center for Dermatology, Plastics and Surgery, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating. And again, if you want us to go also to away games, call up Scott Taylor at Anderson Auto Group and say, get these guys on the road. We want to see more great Friday night action. You can hear the cheer squad for Havasu trying to get him riled up. Lots of communications.
Officials over there trying to figure out what the flags were called for. Have a
offsetting penalties. Looks like we had a holding call on the Hawks, but a personal foul on the Knights.
That extracurricular activity.
Oh.
And that kind does not look good on a transcript.
No, it does not look good on a transcript. And we just topped over 500 audience members live. We appreciate you all being here. But that holding call would have been great for the Knights right there.
Yeah, especially since, I mean, Durarte, I can't talk now again.
Duarte, we're going to get corrected from the Crow's Nest again, or the Eagle's Nest.
Hawk's Nest.
Hawk's Nest. We'll just put all the birds up there.
Right?
Yeah.
Might as well.
The heckler chime in canaries. That's because he's on the other side of the fence. So.
It's a Tweety bird.
Looks like we got a timeout as they get things going. So we're going to take a few breaks from our sponsors. Again, thank you for joining us. Havasu Online TV with our largest viewing audience we've had for a football game. We'll be back after these messages.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
And we're back. Hawks 20, Knights 0. 8 minutes left to go. Jeffrey K., who depends on who you're supporting if they won or not. Right now the Knights are going for any little victory they can on the field. The Hawks in control in the air and on the ground. Again, a huge shout out to all of you for joining us. Thank you. We know you have a lot you can do on a Friday night, and you've chosen to spend it with us at Havasu Online TV, and we appreciate it. Thanks you for the shares, likes, everything you've done. Pass to the end zone. And he's in, untouched.
That's Coda's pass there for number 9, Noriega. So That is not the way the Knights wanted to start this half. A couple personal fouls, and they're giving up the touchdown. And it looks like the Hawks might try going for 2.
Hawks looking to go for 2, and that's a shame because of the fact that if that holding call had been, they would have been brought back a few more yards. But offsetting with the personal foul, that extracurricular you talked about, leaves the Hawks in scoring position.
And the Hawks are lining up for 2, trying to go up 28-0 on the Knights.
Man, if you can do me a favor, take a picture of yourself casting the game in your back patio, send it to us in the chat. We'd love to see it, or in the private message. And there's a 2-point conversion.
The 2-point conversion is good. The score, Gila Ridge 28, Lake Havasu 0.
Gila Ridge 28, Havasu 0 on 2 awesome plays in the air. Sandy cheering on Gila Ridge to get some. Becky Lee does touchdown. Woohoo. Casey chiming in. Heck yeah. So, as we get ready for the setup of the new kickoff, we'll be back with some more words from our local sponsors.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
Huge shout out to everyone watching us, all 671 viewers of you right now. Huge shout out to our interns right now helping on the camera and keeping track of everything from the Key Club. Leighton and Siddell giving in some time extra to help us out to bring this to you. We really appreciate it.
But we got to see who's the furthest one away who's watching the game.
That's true. We have done
So
that
far,
before.
we got
So
Denver.
we've got Denver as the farthest person watching away. Home, I would think it was homecoming game we had Germany, or the first game we had Germany. So
Gold shovel game.
Gold
we
show,
went
we had
global.
Japan. Yeah. So let us know where you're from. We appreciate, like I said, we appreciate you spending your night here with us. 7:30 or 53 to go in the third quarter. Still plenty of football. The Hawks leading 28-0, and the Knights, as we said, trying to do every little thing, every little victory they can on the field, one step at a time. There's the kick.
Look like Casillas there with the return for the Knights.
Casillas bringing it all the way to about the 36-yard line, and that's exactly what the Knights needed. You heard the fans still trying to get into it.
We got some more laundry there on the field.
And we've officially hit 700 viewers, 706. Tell you what, folks, we get up to 1,000. I'm going to do a huge donation to the Key Club. So get us up to 1,000 viewers. They've got a golf tournament coming up. We'll throw out a little donation to Key Club as well, because I believe it's their president and their treasurer are actually working our camera right now, and we appreciate that. Farrah chimed in, Washington, D.C. is further than Denver. We didn't read the D.C. part. We apologize.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
So
the phone chat's really tiny for us, and we don't have our glasses on.
So it looks like there was a penalty against the Knights there on the return, bringing all the way back to the
15-yard penalty.
23-yard line.
And you can
yards.
just kind of hear the out of the stands.
So Pellington goes in motion.
Running in trouble. Can't get the pass off.
Intended for Lamacki there. Lamacki took a smacky.
That was a bad pun.
I was reaching. I reached. It almost worked. Okay, well, it didn't.
So again, like I said, my challenge to the chat right now, sitting there at 657 viewers, go ahead and spread the word. Let's get these kids the action and eyes on them that they need to be seen. The more you share, the more you like, the more Facebook actually has the algorithm to put it out there. Let them get seen. It gets up to 1,000 viewers. I'll make a donation to Havasu's Key Club, especially for their golf tournament coming up.
Lamacki there brought down by number 70 Humphrey and number 69 Graham for the Hawks.
Michael Doman saying pressure.
Knights are moving in the wrong direction.
3rd and 13. That penalty sucking the wind out of them. Becky Lee cheering on number 70 says, way to go. Again in the pressure, has to scramble, has some running room though. Only able to get right past the line of scrimmage.
Fuller there though, that's a smart move. Took off and then went to the out of bounds instead of taking a hit.
Blake Wolford chimes in, Hawks best defense in the state. We can't argue that fact right now.
We can't.
No.
I mean, if they play this way against everybody, I mean, they should go undefeated. Of course, don't really know much about the other Phoenix teams that they play in their division, but so we got 4th down for the
4th
Knights.
and 8 from the 25. Catherine Lane chiming in, go Knights, you can come back. One of our huge top fans, always joining us for any of our sports events out here, and we appreciate that loyalty.
Missed some laundry on the field, and so now the Knights got a 1st down. We got a defensive hold, it looks like.
Well, then a shout out to Blake. Not only can they be the best defense, but they can do some of the best defensive penalties. Helping out the offense of the Knights moving forward.
The defense is the best offensive player on the field right now. Bellington in motion.
Delayed handoff. Taken down at about the 43-yard line.
Lemacki there with the carry again. Brought down by number 81. Diebert for the Hawks.
Brandon Lemacki on the carry. This is 2nd and 7 for Lake Havasu.
2nd down for the Knights.
2nd and 7 from the 38. Dropping back. And just swallowed.
That was Robinson for the Hawks, bringing down Fuller in the backfield for the sack.
Quarterback sack made by number 64, Wyatt Robinson.
Just absolutely engulfed.
It's 3rd and long for the Knights.
Looking about 3rd and 15 from the 29. The Knights have not been able to get past their original line of scrimmage since they took over.
Fuller hands it off to Lemacki, stopped in the backfield. This defense, I mean, are we sure this is a Phoenix team? I mean, this team could probably do a lot better than the Cardinals can.
Jeanette chiming in, that's our Wyatt, atta baby. Great job by Wyatt there. I think this is a Phoenix team, but I think we found the mysterious missing Cardinals practice squad.
Right.
Looking down deep, trying to find, just can't get the ball. Man, wide open.
That's pass intended for Zamatsky.
Would have been a game changer right there, or at least another set of downs. And now the Knights find themselves turning it over on downs.
Back on the defensive side for the Knights.
And not where you want to be on that side as they take over on the 26-yard line. The Hawks taking over the 26-yard line. Shout out again to our sponsors, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center, Papa John Pizza, Mojave Community College, Mojave Center for Dermatology and Plastic Surgery, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, and the Anderson Auto Group. Thank you all for helping bring this action to you. Looks a little bit in trouble, bounces out.
New quarterback in there for the Hawks.
Looked
and a
like
penalty on the play.
Penalty on play. Looked like I saw a black to the back there a little bit.
That was Wiggins in there playing quarterback for the Hawks.
Oh, we have been corrected. Hawks are from Yuma, Arizona, not Phoenix.
Okay. Well, that explains why they're so good, because if they were from Phoenix, they'd be the Cardinals, right?
Yeah, exactly. They
So-
would be the Cardinals in Phoenix. No doubt about it, especially after watching the last Cardinal game. So in Hawk Nation, gotta admit, Chad is very kind to us. They've not
Yes.
gotten us as they don't let us out of the booth that often up here. You know, they send us hot dogs, and that's about it.
So penalties going against the Hawks. Some more extracurricular activities.
Looked like I said looked like a block to the back. Yep, a little block to the back, getting him out of trouble.
It is first and long for Gila Ridge.
First and long, Gila Ridge at first and 20. But we've seen all of their multiple weapons cover this 20 yards in a heartbeat. And that's one way you do it. You give it to Rate, and he goes like there's no tomorrow.
That kid just gets going, and there's no stopping him.
Now, one thing maybe the Hawk fans can answer for us is I've noticed the pink socks and pink gloves. Are those in tribute to cancer awareness, as we do see multiple times in October, as we've now... Oh, I just got to notice that Havasu has them as well, so both teams supporting cancer awareness. We appreciate seeing that out of our youth. Second and 16, dropping back. Wrapped up at the feet. Out at about the 28-yard line. Myra Chamian, yes, pink for cancer awareness. Love to see that out of all the youth.
Third down here for the Hawks.
Third and 11. First time they've been really this far needing for the first down. But still, for the Hawks, this is still considered scoring position for them. Dell chiming in. Awesome game. Go Hawks. Third down. The Knights looking to slow them down here. Third and 11. 3:18 to go.
We got a timeout for the Hawks.
Timeout Gila Ridge. We're going to take a break here real quick. We're Havasu Online TV bringing you Hawks versus the Knights from Lake Havasu. We're Havasu Online TV. We'll be back.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
It's third down. Line up and make some noise.
And you hear it. That's third down. Everyone's rocking and rolling.
Wiggins in at quarterback. Pass completed, number 11.
That's
See where they spot the ball here.
Taking a look. Looks like it's going to be fourth down.
Good stop there by the Knights.
It's fourth down. Line up and make some noise.
Fourth down and a long one. But with all the weapons at the Hawks arsenal, The Knights are going to have to zero in on each one of them and stop them here.
Duarte with the carry.
With running room.
And the touchdown.
Untouched. Needing only a yard. Picks up 15 and puts another score on the board for the Gila Ridge Hawks.
This is not how the Knights wanted to start this half. I mean, they've now given up 12 points and well, 14 points, I guess I should say. I should do my math better.
Esteban chiming in, destroying. Lupita saying, woohoo. Definitely Hawks fans in the chat, letting themselves be known. Becky Lee chiming in, touchdown. Way to go, Hawks. As the Hawks are doing a great job tonight.
After the score is Gila Ridge 34, Lake Havasu 0.
So, with a 34-0, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. Hawks versus the Knights here on Havasu Online TV. Still in the third quarter, 2:18 to go.
Introducing Papa Track from Papa John's. Now you'll never lose track of your order. From dough to delivery. And share one of our Pizza Cajun gifts to get 25% off. New Papa Track from Papa John's.
Now we're back getting updates. Also, we just found out ourselves that the Hawks are the number 6 team in the state right now. It's been a pleasure to watch them play.
Very impressive team. Casillas returning the ball here for the Knights. Big hit.
Number 2, Jessica Casillas, return.
Looked like that was number 42 for the Hawks.
We have it up in the press box. We have a phone in the press box. If you're missing it, come up and we'll see if it's yours.
So any of our viewers, if you're missing a phone, we have one in the press box. So
Yeah, and if you want to give us a call or message us on chat, we'll let you, decide if it's yours. We'll put it in the mail it to you. Courtesy of Havasu Online TV. Betty, yes, Hawks are doing very great. Very proud of them. We're enjoying watching them. Sharon chiming in as well, agrees. Great job of the Hawks.
Fuller dancing
Getting out of
around.
trouble. Fuller dancing out of the pocket. Finds a man down the field. Can't connect.
Pass intended for Casillas. Defended on the play by number 7.
Just out
Torres.
of Casillas' hands. But the Knights, even though down, with 2 minutes and 1 second to go, 34-0, are not giving up. Luca chiming in. Go, Coach Mercer.
It's very quiet here in the kingdom right now.
James asking where the audio went.
Running play.
We'll check on that, James. Make sure we've got it.
Lamacki with the carry.
Brandon Lemke on the carry.
Sometimes due to the comments in front of the booth, because we are live mic, we do have to mute it a little bit as it gets a little colorful. And we try to keep our shows PG-13. James says it's back. We appreciate you letting us know that. Looking deep. Finding a man in stride. Pass broken up.
Pass intended for Casillas again.
Jessica Casillas is incomplete.
With Torres on the defense. Brings it.
Broken up by number 7, Christopher Torres.
So I can bring it
Officially
up fourth down.
1:18 on the clock. 4th and 9.
Correction, 4th and 9 for the Knights.
4th and 9 with the defense doing as good as it does toe-to-toe with this offense. I would go for it. See what can happen.
Yep. Spencer punts the ball.
Giving a Havasu rotation. Havasu bounce out to about the 37-yard line, it looks like.
And the defense isn't doing that bad of a job. Yes, they've given up 34 points, but they're still there. They're still fighting.
If you're missing a phone,
Still there, still fighting, and it's the number 6 team in the state.
Yeah. And I mean, the Hawks a couple weeks ago beat one team 79-0. So, to be 34-0 towards the end of the third quarter is actually pretty good.
Yes, I'll give the Knights the credit for that one as well. Sometimes, it's just what victory you can pull off the field. And to go against an amazing team like the Hawks, watching all the different weapons they have, and to still be hanging in it play for play, well, that's where Knights need to look for that victory.
As Duarte carries the ball there again for another 5 yards. Or 4 yards. I was giving him an extra yard. It makes it 2nd and 6.
We've got 40 seconds left on the game clock. Hawks going for ball control, probably going to do only one more play just to run out the clock. Going to see this one probably kick down. Duarte with the run. Now, did you see that on that play? Duarte, even going down, still turning those legs, still pushing forward. That's how you end up getting those 5, 10, 15-yard runs.
He's a beast there.
James chimed in. It was Kofa that they beat, 79-0.
Yeah. At the end of the third quarter, scores Hawks 34, Knights 0. Get out your 50-50 raffle tickets.
So they get ready for the 50-50 drawing. We're going to take a break. It's the fourth quarter here, getting ready to go underway. Knights versus Hawks. We're Havasu Online TV. Thank you for joining us.
On the train test range, you learn what makes our heating and cooling systems so reliable. If there's a breaking point, we'll find it. It's hard to stop a train. Really hard. Train, the most reliable for a reason.
All right, so we're back. Update from chat. Turns out that Rumi chimes in that Coach Mercer's the best and best coach ever, according to him. Casey also chiming in that Yuma was up 42-0 against the Hawks beat Yuma High 42-0. I'll learn to talk today.
It's the weekend.
Not yet.
Well, it's Friday.
It is a technicality, so. And right now, we can tell you the Hawks are going to go into the weekend enjoying a solid victory here. But we still have one more quarter of play to go, and the Knights have been known to occasionally throw a few kinks into it. Elizabeth chimes in, go Hawks number 60. Christina Mercer chiming in, going, way to go Hawks, you're on fire.
Knights are going to be taking over
once again
on their own 35.
786-5052. 786-5052.
So we've got a lost cell phone, and we're looking for the 50-50 winner. So chat, you need to do one of those. Let us know. We'll try to argue on your behalf.
I heard that if nobody claims the 50-50 raffle, we get it.
We do? Really?
That's what I heard.
You know what I'm watching? I'm watching the band boosters over there shaking their heads no. There's a definite no on that face. I'm glad you're sitting next to her. That look scared me. You don't mess with band boosters.
That's why I was facing this way.
Oh, that make me.
Fuller lining up there with 2 on each side. Play action pass and pass
Going deep.
for Casillas.
Just out of Casillas' reach, broken up by number
Number 7, it's Torres.
Torres right on that one.
Big thanks to Bradley Auto Group, your friends and neighbors, serving a community for over 25 years.
Pass broken up. 11:13 to go. 34-0 Hawks here fourth quarter at the Kingdom. 3rd and 9 on the 36.
Knights hoping to get something going here. Looked like Lamacki there with the carry, brought down by number 81, Liebert.
Brandon Lamacki, tackled by number 81.
4th and 12 from the 36.
Makes it 4th and 11 for the Knights. One final time before we draw another one. The winning ticket for the 50-50 raffle was 786-5052. If you do not come and claim your prize in the next few minutes, we'll have to draw another one.
Thank you, for Miss Lopez, for the compliment. The Knights do have a very nice field. This field just got a facelift last year. It had been the same field since 1970, and they updated it and did a great job. We enjoy hosting any games out here. Christine watching from Riverside, California.
Nice punt there by the Knights. One thing we can say about this game is that the Knights have gotten a lot of punting practice in, and they've been
Yes, they
able
have.
to progress in that part of the game.
Rosa telling us our field looks okay, then laughing with an emoji face. Hey! We call it home. And we love our Booster Club snack bar. We won't deny that. As much as we're afraid of the band boosters at the time, the sports boosters, they have these boats of nachos that are absolutely amazing. And at great prices.
So Wiggins lining up there for the Hawks.
Durarte, 10, 15, 20. Past the secondary, one man to beat. Brought down at the 30-yard line.
And that's what you don't want to see. I mean, the Knights have been doing really well on keeping them, maybe 10 yards at the most. But that one, he was able to just break free.
If he hadn't got past that one runner, he could have ran all the way back to Yuma. I don't think anyone was going to stop him.
Oh.
James likes our optimism. Sometimes it's what we cling to.
Yep. Got to keep it positive here in Havasu.
Caught in the backfield.
That's number 50 for the Knights. Blaylock.
Also, don't forget, we do have a missing phone as well. So if you're missing your cell phone, I'd rather not take it home. Thank you.
But we're not as nice as the heckler. We will take it home. We'll play the games. We'll look at the pictures.
I wonder if they have any credit card information in there.
Could be. Who knows?
So
we could buy our next batch of nachos with it.
Yeah.
Production tells us that would be illegal. This is why we have production. They keep us behaved.
Us in line.
Yes.
Durarte
with the carry. Chat chiming in. It has to be the pink socks.
It does. I give credit to the pink socks and the shoes. Does he have pink shoes, or are they just covering up?
They're just covering up. I took a good look at it on the screen. Just covering up, but the thing is sometimes he gets run so fast, it almost comes out of the pink socks.
Right.
It's third down. Line up and make some noise.
Production remind us again, and remind everybody, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Duarte
I'm
carry
watching
again.
Duarte with the open field, going for the corner. Wait and see the signal, and Duarte in again for the touchdown. No laundry on the field. Come on, Hawks fans. Let's see you light up chat. Give it up for him. Number 21 on that run.
If only his first name started with T. You just call him TD. But
TD.
I'll just call him TD anyways.
And chat just lighted up with TD. Rosa shouting out to her nephew, number 55, Eric Flores. Says, go, little Hawk. Miguel saying that 21 is a beast.
Vargas with the extra point there for the Hawks, making the score 40-0 here with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
41 with the extra point.
The score.
Just reminding our viewers, if you're missing your phone, we have one up here in the booth, and also the 50-50 raffle, so get your tickets out.
Exactly. Looks like we're having the third drawing.
Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. If you
Hey, that's what I said.
50 raffle ticket number 786-5061. 786-5061. You are the actual winner.
Sandy chiming in. The Hawks are red hot as we're getting out ready for the next kickoff. 8 minutes to go. Hawks ahead, 41-0. Rosa wants to know if it's an iPhone. Chat is now asking. They want to make sure to make the phones theirs.
Penalty on the play.
They won't let us know, Rosa. We're sorry. James chimes in. Most of us are watching on our phones. Frank doing a shout out for number 24. No, we try to claim everything up here. So far, we're only good at claiming potato chips, hot dogs, and the occasional Slurpee from Circle K.
So there's a penalty there on the Knights.
Penalty assessed on the kickoff. So this is going to be from the 45. That one's definitely going to probably go through the uprights again.
Well, if one thing we learned about these Hawks, they're excuse me, they're really good at finding the end zone. I can talk, I swear, people, I can talk.
This is why we pay you the big bucks. So they're going to take over at the 20-yard line.
Oh, we're sorry, viewers. People just came up to claim the phone. So the phone has been claimed.
The phone has been claimed.
So hopefully our home viewers still have their 50-50
they won't say anything. They're trying to get out of here as fast as they can. They don't want to talk about their lost iPhone. Probably because mom's listening. And it's going to get one of those conversations, get home, you left your phone on the field. So, anyways. In the bleachers. Little kid, we got to teach these little kids better. They're turning the phones in. They got to make the calls first to Papa John's. Order up the pizzas and then get it delivered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Spencer there with the carry.
Ray Spencer on the carry.
Miguel chiming in, best high school commentating I've ever heard. Thank you, Miguel. Part of the reason it's for best is we don't get paid.
It's all about fun.
Yeah. 786-5061.
That would have been my ticket if I would have bought one. I like that option. Like, go out and sell more tickets. Maybe we can. Spencer with the carry again.
Ray Spencer on the carry.
So the Knights are looking at 3rd and 5 from the 45.
Here's our sponsors for the fourth quarter.
7:05 to go.
Campbell Ready Mix, Mojave Community College, and Mojave Centers for Dermatology. Please support our sponsors out of the community, because when you do, you're helping out Lake Havasu Athletics.
Farrah Awesome ordering Papa John's right now. Chat is actually arguing which pizza they're going to argue. One said Domino's is live. Farrah helping us, saying Papa John's is ordering it now.
Papa
Ask for their
John's
specials.
throws in the pepperoni pepper on their pizzas.
Their pepperoni peppers are really good. Definitely. My daughter fights her sisters for that one.
Got stoppage of the clock here.
Call them up, find out if they've got their barbecue meats. I tell you, the meats with the barbecue sauce on it, one of the best ones I've had.
Production says the hamburger pizza is better.
Production chiming in, cheeseburger pizza they like the best. So for the Dodger fans watching right now, or not watching right now, Mutzy just hit a home run. So we're going to keep people updated on that sports as well. Thank you, Ms. Lopez, for the update. Wendy chime in and go 52 Hawks. The handoff.
No, Spencer
Nope,
keeps
Spencer
it.
keeps his own. Brought down
Ray Spencer on the carry.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Makes it fourth down.
Fourth down here for the Knights.
We have another winning ticket. 786-4933. 786-4933. So, if you have this ticket, now you're the winner.
We hear applause. We hear applause. We actually have it. We have a winner.
Make sure we check our ticket though.
Now we want ticket, ID, credit card information.
Punt here.
Frosty chime in. Hashtag comeback. We'd love to see it right now.
Noriega there with the fair catch for the Hawks.
So it sounds like 50-50 pot again was over 300. Band boosters consistently raising over $300 for each drawing they do on the 50-50 time. James chimes in, 27th draw was a charm. This is why you don't go home until all the contests are over.
It's the Havasu. It's Havasu. Everybody's a winner here.
Yeah,
Everybody gets
winning.
their ticket drawn.
Especially right now, the Hawks with 41 to go.
Wiggins pass complete there.
Out to the 30-yard line before he's brought down.
Pass from Wiggins to Jackson is complete. First down, Gila Ridge.
I'm going to say that almost looked like it was number 23 that made the reception. Should have been Mejia Costa, but
We just had confirmed by the band boosters her ticket was legal. They weren't sitting there with a whiteout. But huge shout out also to everyone who's joined us during this broadcast. One of our highest viewed live broadcasts for Havasu Online TV, and we appreciate you joining us here on a Friday night.
there goes TD.
TD looks for the corner again and finds it.
But there is a penalty on
Flag
the play.
on the play might be coming back. Ms. Lopez in chat wants to see the 50-50 winner, but no, she's already...
The winner of the 50-50 raffle has donated the winnings back to the band. So thank you for your support of the Lake Havasu Band of Knights.
Huge shout out to the winner, has donated the winnings back to the band. Again, huge support for Havasu athletics, sports, all the things our students do, and we appreciate that so much. We also wish the Band of Knights a huge good luck wish from us as they're going to go to compete out at Mesquite High School after this.
And penalty was marched off against the Hawks there, so the Durante touchdown was erased. Duarte. I'm going to retire after this game.
Don't I need to officially hire you first before you retire?
Oh, that's true.
James chimes in this one time at band camp. Hey, my daughter's in the band. I don't know if I like that. Yeah. They know she doesn't know that reference yet, I don't think. Oh, who am I kidding? Yes, she does.
Wiggins with the drop off there to
Back to the line of scrimmage on the play.
22. Jackson.
22, D'Angelo Jackson on the reception.
D'Angelo Jackson there. See, I can say Jackson. That works.
You're good at that one.
Yeah.
We can teach you well.
Maybe I'll just give the ball to whoever I want.
And you know what? That's what the Hawks are doing right now with the offense, spreading it out. Everyone's getting a chance on this amazing young team, number 6 in the state. Been a pleasure to watch them out here at the Kingdom.
Looks like there was another penalty on the play against the Hawks. Hawks need to remember to release their talents.
Yes.
Block and release, guys.
But here we are, 1st and 25. The question is, which weapon in the arsenal of the Hawks are they going to use to close that 25 off here?
Wiggins drops back.
Goes to the air. Just out of the fingers of number 13.
Delorme. It hit him in a bad spot.
Elizabeth chimes in, go Hawks 6-0. We're going to at least ask you to hold off for the next 3 minutes and 30 seconds before we officially do that. We're optimistic. We hope. We pray. We'll admit it. Rosa's asking if we can do the next Hawks game. That can be on the option, depending. Pitch to the outside.
Delorme with the reception, still on his feet.
Staying up. Duarte is showing not only can he just have the ball handed and run.
Josh Nelson.
No, it wasn't Duarte on that one. It was 23, it looks like.
It was 20. The reception was by number 13, Delorme.
This is why you need to have glasses. Me, I'm talking to. So. It's been a blast watching the Hawks, and hey, if there's a time and space we're able to do another game with the Hawks, we most definitely will do it. Dropping back, just out of the reach.
Number 8, Randall. Randall tried to get a little fancy there with the one-handed catch. I mean, it was out there, but
4th and 10 from the 30. 2:47 officially on the clock.
And just one reminder of viewers at home, if you have trash, put it in the trash can. Your mom and dad would appreciate that.
Going for a field goal. Which we understand in situations like that, occasionally you get the players out, let them do things they haven't done before, give them the experience, and that's what it's about also. Great competition, but also getting these students in situations they can try things out before. There's the kick, and it's waiting for the official call.
No good.
No, why waved off. Took some time on that one.
Had the distance, just a little wide.
Yeah, James, we agree. Just like you said, given the second and third string, their reps in both ways. Again, all 126 that have stuck with us the whole time, almost hit 1,000. I still am going to make that donation out to Key Club. Do want to give appreciation for everyone who joined us tonight. Huge shout out to our sponsors, Papa John's Pizza, Mojave Community College, Mojave Center for Dermatology and Plastic Surgery, Mercury Air Conditioning and Heating, been with us since day one, Anderson Auto Group, Mills Brothers Furniture and Sleep Center. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, our sponsors. If you want to see us on the road doing more of these things, give a call to Scott Taylor, the marketing director at Anderson, and say, hey, let's get these guys on the road. We'd love to see it. We'd love to do it.
That's Cody Pellington with the carry there for the Knights.
And that even includes you Hawk fans. Call up the Anderson Auto Group, ask for Scott Taylor's voicemail, light it up and say, hey, next time we want these guys out there with us. And we will try to make that happen next year if we play on the road with you.
Spencer carry with the keeps it.
Grace Spencer on the carry.
Looks like he was brought down by number 63, Moreno.
That makes it 3rd and 5 for the Knights.
3rd and 5. Knights trying to keep moving the ball. Keep it alive, play till the last quarter. Both these teams playing victory with honor. Very clean game out of both of them. Not even a flag until almost the end of the second quarter.
High snap. Peloton with the carry again. First down for the Knights.
On the carry. That's good. For another Lake Havasu, first down.
Great job, Pellington, the carry. Miss Lopez, thank you for the round of applause. And Miguel also, you know, we appreciate it because this having in a live chat definitely makes it worth the while. And we appreciate that. We can't prove you wrong, Miguel.
Spencer with the ball.
Spencer out to about the 44-yard line.
Macedo there, number 18, with pushing Spencer out of bounds.
59 seconds officially on the clock. Anna, I'm going to make you wait to say 6-0.
Mason, 2nd and 5.
Spencer drops
Running
back.
clock. Spencer looking to go deep. Trying to find almost an interception out of the hands.
Pass intended for Brandon Szymanski is incomplete.
Szymanski,
Number
the intended
3.
receiver there.
Number 3 almost on the grab there.
That'd be Faber for the Hawks.
One thing we love, both teams still playing like it was the very first play of the first quarter. Giving us everything they've got, leaving it all on the field. Huge shout out to these young athletes on both sides of the ball.
Knights did not quit at all during this game. High snap there, Spencer, he keeps it.
Trying to find a line to run in. Hawks all over him.
Brought down by number 7, Torres for the Hawks.
Chris Spencer on the carry. He's brought down by number 7, Christopher Torres.
Someone for the Hawks has to do something for me. Get a copy of the Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, and make it into a movie poster for the Hawks. I'd like to see that because they have been all over the Knights, and great young team there.
Yeah, this Hawks team is well coached and well disciplined. Have been playing a great game. You can see why they're the number 6 team in the state.
It looks like we're going to have the clock run out officially. And yes, Anna, now as you hear that buzzer, now I'm going to let you type it in the chat.
Final score, Gila Ridge 41, Lake Havasu 0.
Becky Lee chiming in. 3rd shot in a row. Great job there. So yes, officially the Hawks move up to 6-0. 6th ranked team in the state moves up to 6-0. Can't talk about anything better than that.
And we hope you drive home safe. Good night from the Kingdom.
Thoughts about the game, Brian?
For the Knights playing the number 6 team in the state to be able to come out of this 41-0, I mean, that's a victory for them, especially since the last 2 games have been shutouts for the Hawks. One 79-0, and I think the other one was like 42-0. So there's some good things to take away from this game. Defense played well, forced a couple turnovers. Offense, on the other hand, just was not able to stop that pressure of the front line of the Hawks.
Yeah, great job by the Hawks. Great job by the Knights hanging with it the whole time. Congratulations to them. Thank you for the great chat and all of our viewers tonight. On behalf of myself, Drake Finney, Brian, Julia, Leighton, Sedell, all the Havasu Online staff, the athletics department, we hope you have a great night. Thank you for joining us. We hope to see you again. This is Havasu Online TV signing off. Have a great night.